Hello everyone, my name is Dusty and I'm still hanging out playing Nintendo. Today I'm continuing my playthrough of Zelda II: The Adventure of Link, and I'm just going to head straight for the Island Palace. Try to avoid encounters here in this graveyard. Oh, they got me right before I went into the cave. Just going to try to get out of this battle here. I don't want nothing to do with these enemies. Love that down stab. Probably wouldn't have got hit there if I wasn't down stabbing so much, but down stabbing is cool. Oh man, I turned around to block those returning boomerangs and still got hit. Okay, into the palace. Oh, that's some XP. I think I said in the last video that the Lizalfos you fight later have spears and that makes them harder, but I'm just about positive after seeing that sword go low and I had to jump over it to get away from it. I'm pretty sure they're the same length, but there's no indication that the swing is coming, is what makes the spear harder to deal with. I've always wondered why the enemies seem like they're coming up from the floor when they enter the side of the screen. I don't remember always seeing that when I was growing up. I'm wondering if it's something that happens when you're hooked up through AV cables, because when I was a kid I always used RF and I really don't remember that happening, but that was a long time ago. I haven't used RF for a console in years. I use AV, or in this case I'm emulating with HDMI, which I'm going to try to get away from eventually. It's just right now I'm just getting started and not wanting to put more money into this than I already have. I'm using an emulator and an old computer to play this. I do have a controller that's an NES controller. I've got an adapter that I got from Retrobit. I believe is who I got it from. I'd have to look that up to confirm, but I'm pretty sure it's Retrobit, and I love it. I got one for Sega Genesis too, and it's amazing. So it's not too far off from authentic when it comes to that. At least I got the right controller in my hand. And I should be able to hit those from below, but it's not working for some reason. I've already bought quite a bit of equipment to make this work. But what I would need to be able to play my console games and capture them where they would look good, I think would cost quite a bit more than what I've spent. So, holding off on that for right now. I looked at a Retro Tink yesterday, but that's prohibitively expensive for me right now, and probably forever. I don't think I'll ever be able to bring myself to spend that kind of money on making my retro games look better. I've got a little adapter, not an adapter. It's I don't know if you can really call it an upscaler either, but it's not good. It would not capture well at all. I knew that wouldn't work. I don't know why I did that. I knew better. I can't afford to be wasting magic points, but I just did. These things right here are a huge pain in the butt. They seem like they would be easy to deal with because they've got a pretty clear pattern, but it's the way they spawn in that can make them hard to deal with. Like right here, this room is just nothing but them, and they spawn in as long as you're in the room. So that was probably a mistake right there. I know better than to do that, but I guess I'm talking and I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. It's much safer to come at that from the left-hand side over here, because now I'm stuck in this hole and I've got to dig myself out while these things are coming after me. And they're spawning 3 at a time, it looks like. It's rough. Alright, at least I'm out of there. Took a lot of damage, though. Okay. I should be able to jump out of here. Let's try that again. Nope, still can't get out of here. Okay. I don't know what it is. I'm slowing down in my jump from the floor up to these blocks. I'm going to have to cast the jump spell. I can't get out. I guess I just wasn't taking that seriously enough, early enough into the encounter. So that's probably going to cost me a life. I have no magic left. I don't see any way to get more unless I'm lucky with a potion. Oh, I could have done without that too. Oh, where's a potion, but that's just a blue one. Not enough to get me out of this hole I've created for myself. So that wall of blocks there is just there to keep you from using fairy, which I couldn't do it anyway. I'm dead. Yeah. Not even really going to fight it. I need my magic filled back up. I'm going to take that death. Something I've said before, I'm sure, on one of these videos. A life bar and your number of lives are just resources that you use to accomplish goals. And I probably could have tried to persevere there, but it was just a matter of time before I got hit. This is a whole lot of enemy right here. And I think this is really too much at this stage in the game. And I think it'll be more plain a little bit later into this. Oh, I forgot they can hit you when I grab that. Really could have done without that. But I got some magic, so I'm not in too bad a shape. That should be worth 250. Easily. This is probably a stupid risk, but if there's a potion there... Oh man, I really needed that to be a potion. Okay. I'm not in much better shape, but I killed a blue iron knuckle, so... This isn't going well. At least I don't feel like it's going well. Aw, I don't know why I jumped. Try not to be quiet, but I'm a little frustrated with my performance so far. Alright, let's kill this Stalfos. I really want that P bag, but I don't think there's any platform here that's low enough for me to get up there. And I don't have enough magic to cast jump. Maybe this guy will give me a potion. It's got to be a red one, or it won't count. Nope. XP. I just really want that P bag. So that's a whole lot of enemy right there once again, and this is probably foolishness, but if I kill him, great, and if I don't, I'll die and go back and get that P bag. That's about what I expected. Alright, one more life left. I gotta quit messing around. But at least I get my P bag. Level up right around the corner here. I think it's time I would get to upgrade my sword. Yeah, and get that shield going here. Have a much better chance of killing this guy. I'm going to be a lot more careful this time too. I wish my beam was as good as his. I'm just concentrating on killing this guy. So if he had stepped out of there, I could have dropped down and struck him twice, but he didn't move enough. He didn't move enough. He's gone anyway. All right, I needed that. Definitely needed that. Okay. Oh, good. I thought I didn't make that. I swear it seems like the momentum for these jumps is just inconsistent. It should be the same amount of distance, but it's just sometimes it doesn't want to let me up there. Alright, we're back in this now. So I try not to take risks. I've said this before, but I've taken risks this time with my resources. Sometimes I do play high risk, and if I'm lucky, there's high rewards with that. So I'm hoping I can finish up this palace, because if I can't, it'll be a whole lot of playtime that just didn't go anywhere. Maybe not a whole lot. It's not that long of a dungeon. I think the one before this is longer than this one. Oh yeah, we're right here. We're at the end. Alright. So here's why I said that the blue iron knuckle is too much for this area, because the boss is a blue iron knuckle with a little bit extra powers. They call this guy Rebonak, but I mean he's just a blue iron knuckle with a flying horse. And this part right here is super easy. You just down stab him. I don't think I've ever gotten here without the down stab. That would be, I imagine, impossible. I don't think you could beat him without it. So here's just a regular old iron knuckle fight. When he backs up against this black area, I can't hit him anymore. It's like he's not there. He can still shoot me, of course. Alright. Oh, that was cool. You move like they do. Oh. Have that cool finish and can't even hit the key in the air. That's the way it goes. I wonder what the flower image is about. That's something I don't think I've ever looked up. Like, why is the shrine a flower? course, I'm pretty sure that might be part of the censorship, because these are supposed to be temples, not palaces. But they changed the name to Palace. I don't understand why. I mean, I kind of understand why. Like, there's satanic panic, and anything that was considered occult in media, certain evangelical groups would speak out against, and I guess they didn't want anything like that here. But the game is full of crosses. And the flower shrine kind of looks like a cross. So, I don't know. At this time in the lore, Hyrule was Christian, because Hyrule was just supposed to be a Western European fantasy realm, and the Triforce had nothing to do with religion. It was just a powerful artifact, and I miss that. Welcome to Nibiru. I guess it's kind of in the desert, sort of. Not really. No. With boots, I could walk on the water. Speaking of Christianity. As the kids would say, they hits different today. So she just wants some water. I go to this fountain, get her some water. You have water. Come to my house. She is thirsty. Where'd she go? I think this is the fire spell. I love how straightforward that one is, but the fairy spell is not at all. I also love how this starts out cheap so you can use it often, because at this stage in the game you fight a lot of armored enemies that cannot be killed by anything but the fire. Like I'm not going to go to the palace. I feel like that's a... I don't know if it's an odd thing to tell you. See a man in Darunia before the islands. See, I don't understand that at all. The River Devil. Here's another one of those enemies where you can just keep talking to them and they'll tell you something. So the part about jumping in the hole in the palace, you kind of can't help it. And I guess they're just trying to make you feel like that's an option. But I don't think I've ever gone and not just fell in the hole. So the way the level's designed makes it pretty obvious that that's what you're supposed to do. But it's nice to have the hint. There are some games of this era and of the 16-bit era even that would not have told you that. So I'm just coming back here really quick to get my magic filled back up since I've already drained it. I was talking about Nintendo censorship a little bit earlier, And it's always been weird to me about how many games would have the crosses turned into an Ankh, but they didn't do that with Zelda. Zelda kept the cross. You've got a cross on the shield in the first game, and crosses on the tombstones, and then you've got the crosses here in the graveyard. But they didn't call the temples temples, they called them palaces. I don't know. I don't get it. I guess because they don't want to think of, because there's bad guys in those areas. I don't know. Maybe they're thinking that they're evil temples. I don't know. They're not. I mean, if you read the manual, or if you know what the lore was at the time, they're just set up to make it so only certain people could obtain the Triforce of Courage. So this whole thing is supposed to be a test. And it just so happens that Ganon's minions are also trying to kill Link so they can resurrect Ganon. Dracula style, like Hammer Dracula. So here's Darunia, which is actually in the mountains, and that actually matches up pretty well with later games. There's something, yeah, okay. I thought there was something to this. It is said the east of Nibiru has... And what it's trying to tell you that it has is it's when you get the boots and you can walk on water, the devil doesn't like sound. That's nice to know. But the boots that the guy mentioned that let you walk on water, you can't walk on all of the water. You can only walk on certain parts of the water, and there's no indication by looking at the map of where you can walk. So that hint is telling you where you can start walking from the land into the water. I'm going to go up here and hop into this chimney. And this is where you learn the down, or not the down stab, the up stab. I've already got the down stab. Okay, I think I'll probably wrap this video up right about here. I think I've got about everything I could get out of these towns, and I don't want to go to another palace. But since there were 2 towns, I wanted to go ahead and just do the towns instead of splitting it up. Because where I'm on my last life, I'm going to just go ahead and lose that life and save my game. Okay. Talking about rescuing that child on the island. Already saw that powerful knight. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. So thanks for hanging out with me. Hang out with me again sometime. See ya.